My name is Hariz Hamizan. I am from Group 26, and today I am going to demonstrate the specimen collection from a patient in an isolation unit. Currently behind me, let's just say it is an isolation unit. So the first step before entering, we must assemble all the equipment needed to collect the specimen from the patient. So there are few items that are required before we go in. First, there is the biohazard bag used to store the specimen inside. We have the clean specimen container. We have the equipment used to store the specimen into the container. In this case, I am collecting a blood sample from the patient, so it is a syringe. We have 2 paper towels. The one paper towel is used to hold the container with. The other is used to hold the doorknob open and closed. Now I have assembled all the equipment needed to collect the specimen from the patient. The next step is to perform the personal protective equipment, which in short form is PPE. There are various steps in the PPE and we must do it in order. The first step is it's an initial procedure in every procedure, which is to wash our hands. I have already washed my hands, so the next step is to wear the gown. I have successfully worn the gown. The next step is to wear our masks. After we worn our mask, the next is to wear this. The final touch is to wear our gloves. We have done the PPE. Now it is time for us to go inside the isolation unit to meet with the patient and collect the specimen. So before we do, I'm going to take a paper towel and wrap the specimen container using the paper towel. Also, bring the other paper towel with you to open the doorknob open and close to exit and to enter the room. The biohazard bag will remain outside the isolation unit for transportation. Also, don't forget your equipment. Now I have entered the isolation unit. The next step is to identify the patient and ask and explain what you are going to do. Hello sir, are you Mr. Muhammad?
Yes, doctor, I am.
Okay, so I'm going to explain what I'm going to do. I am going to take a sample as requested from the doctor. I hope you can cooperate with us.
Yes, with me.
So now I have identified the patient, which is Mr. Muhammad, and it is him. So now I have explained. So the next step is to proceed with the specimen collection. You can see I have successfully completed the collection of the specimen from the patient, Mr. Muhammad. And now it is time for me to leave the isolation room. By using the other paper towel, use it on the doorknob to open the door and leave the isolation room. The next step is to put the specimen into the biohazard bag for transportation. Now I have sealed the specimen into the biohazard bag. It's time for me to do the PPE, but in reverse. So first step is to remove our gloves. The next step is to wash our hands again. I have washed my hands. Next is to remove our protective face. Next is to remove our masks. Next is our gown. The final step is to wash our hands again. I have washed my hands, and that is the end of the PPE. That marks the end of the demonstration on the collection of the specimen from patient in isolation unit.